I've got another little experiment for this container greenhouse that I'm going to be doing today, and it's growing without compost, just to take small harvests of really highly nutritious vegetables. But before I do that, I've noticed a squirrel kicking around this morning, and because we're trying to save all seeds out of these sunflowers, we've got to protect them, because otherwise they'll all be gone in no time. So until these seeds are definitely ready, and believe me, that squirrel will know the minute they're ready and take the lot, but we won't. So just to protect them until that time comes, we're going to net the heads of these flowers that's dying back, just to guarantee us that we're going to get a better harvest of seeds from it. So that's one that I've done already, and it's just a net bag, and it's got a drawstring on it, so we can pull it tight over the top and protect the underneath, which is where we're going to be getting the seeds from. And I've just got another one to do. These little flowers are amazing, but it's this big one that we need to cover up. Job done. At least now we know Mr. Squirrel is not going to get any of our seeds. We don't need hundreds of seeds, so I might leave a couple for it, but we're keeping these big ones. So another job definitely worth doing. Just by using those little pull string net bags, we can protect the big sunflowers that we've got, that are going to give us lots and lots of sunflower seeds. But I'll probably leave a couple of small ones for wildlife. As long as we get something, we don't mind sharing. And now I can get back to what I'm going to be doing today. When it gets to this time of year, for me personally, I always end up with tubs and tubs of seeds. And a lot of the seeds are perfectly viable. They can have dates on them for another year, maybe sometimes two. But it does pay every now and again to go through all your seed collection, because if you're doing gardening every year, you're going to end up with loads of seeds, and you'll not be checking the packets for the expiry dates. And they put expiry dates on seeds for a reason. So you don't want to get to next spring and jump straight in there, starting all your new crops ready for that coming season, not realising they're out of date. Then they won't germinate, and straight off bat, you're wasting time. But what you can do is go through all your seeds, and if you find that you've got excess amounts of seeds that's just about gone out of date, you can grow yourself some microgreens. And you can do it one or two ways. You can do it with a very thin layer of compost if you want, because they're not going to be in these containers for very long, because you harvest microgreens as baby greens. And that's why they call them superfoods, because at that size they've still got the most nutrients in them. As a plant grows bigger, it depletes the amount of nutrients that's in it. So the more mature the plant, the less nutrients. The smaller the plant, the more nutrients. And they've been popular for years in restaurants, but you can grow them yourself. And this is not something that's completely reserved to a greenhouse. You can grow these indoors. As long as you've got a sunny window to pop them on, they don't need any other special treatment. And the way I'm going to do it today is without using compost, because that can be done also. And I'll show you how you do that once I've gone through these seeds and found out exactly which ones I need to get rid of. So after going through all those seeds, I finally made my mind up. I'm going to do some mustard, chicory, Last one I'm going to do is radish, because these seeds are really old. When you're doing this, if you want to try it at home yourself, you can use a tray like this. A nice size one. It's got to have holes in bottom though. And then you need to sit it in a tray that hasn't got holes in bottom. And that's so that as you water this daily, you can tip out any excess water, because if you don't, you'll get fungus growing on your plants. But if you want to try it on a smaller scale, on your kitchen window, you can get these tubs from Poundland, and I think Wilko's as well. So you can take one, drill holes at the bottom, another, no holes. Same principle, sit one inside the other, and you can do it on a smaller scale. But I'm doing 3 different types of things. So I've got 3 of these containers that have got holes in bottom, and I'm just going to sit them in that big tray. So first thing we're going to need to do this is some kitchen roll. And we just want to put one piece in bottom. Then we want to make sure that all the towels are completely wet. We need them to be completely moist, but not holding water. And that's the reason we do it with the trays with the holes in the bottom stored in another tray. So now we're going to overseed these trays. So we're going to drop lots and lots of seeds in. And it doesn't matter, because we've already verified that they're out of date. So basically, put in as many as you want. The more you put in, the denser the harvest is going to be in the finish. As long as they've got good contact with that paper towel, that's all we need. That's a lot of seeds in there. And now we'll do exactly the same with mustard. And this is white mustard seeds. I know there's lots of different types out there, but the beauty of doing this sort of thing is you can do it with any vegetable that you like, as long as they're small seeds. Obviously you don't want to be doing it with pumpkins, because that would look ridiculous. So anything like cauliflowers, cabbage, kale. Maybe stay away from things like lettuce, because they don't really have much in the way of nutrients. Basically going for superfoods when we do this. So obviously beetroot as well is a really good one. And then last, the radish. Exactly the same thing again, just completely overseed this tray. That's a lot of seeds. Then to finish off, once again, we'll get a paper towel and we'll fold it in half, and we'll put it over the top of those seeds. So you've got that. And then we're going to moisten it again. Otherwise that top sheet is going to pull all the moisture out. That's all you need to do for now. So it's that simple. And we've done it so we've got 3 different varieties to choose from as they start to grow. And basically what you want to be doing with these is keeping them at around 70 degrees. So ideally in your house. Greenhouse will probably be a little bit too hot, unless you've got somewhere under a bench you could put them, because you don't want direct sunlight on them either, because that's going to dry everything out. So if you want to try this, try it. Let me know in comments what happened. Did it work for you? Because obviously we're going to be updating the progress of these as it happens. And you want to just spray this paper towel on top once a day, just to make sure it doesn't dry out. Eventually you're going to see your seeds germinating. You'll see the little roots starting to come out of each one, which will then grow into that paper towel, but your plants will still come up completely as normal. When they get to about 2 to 3 inches tall, you just go along and cut all the tops off with scissors, and you've got an highly nutritious, amazing little garnish to pop on side of any meal you choose. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I do hope you try this, especially since you can do it in such tiny containers. So if you've got some seeds that's running out of date, rather than just throw them away, try this with them instead. Don't bin them. Try it. You're not even paying for compost, just a couple of paper towels and a bit of time. Then you can grow your own superfoods. If you want to keep a check on the progress of what we're doing here, and lots of other things that we are going to be doing over the next few days, then please just hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and we'll see you at next update. You all take care. Thank you very much for watching.